Welcome back, everyone, to the UGO. It's going to be Jebro's bald head. I don't know where the influence came from for that name. Versus Mesmer Free Casting. I don't really have a statement about this name, to be fair. Other than,
well, it's accurate.
I mean, are they all my bald heads? Are they all bald? No. Or is this just... I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, doesn't matter. So just wait for these teams to Mesmer's free casting. I need to get a soundbite of Blackjack saying that. Now, if you don't know what the name is about, my teapot in the chat might be able to just give you a little bit of information. And much respect to Blackjack is all good. But he likes to say Mesmer free casting a little bit at points in time. During streams and automated tournaments, and that's where I'm going to leave that one. Yeah. Isn't that right, Roy? I mean, you know that more than anyone. Right?
Well, that Mesmer's free cast, they do indeed. You got to shut those Mesmers down. You don't want to let them free cast.
It's a free, man. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure what to say.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through these builds while they're coming into the arena. If you want to... Which team do you want to go over, Roy? I'm going to give you a choice.
I'll stick with my boys. The NA boys, of course.
Okay.
Over on the side of your bald head. Red team. We've got Honor Evader. And this is none other than Nos, I believe. He's going to be making a comeback here. He's going to be playing Scourge. Blood Magic Scourge. He's got Soul Ripping Blood Magic. He's going to be running Staff, Scepter Warhorn, Scavenging Rune, and Sage Amulet. So it looks like pretty standard utilities as well for this Blood Magic build. He's actually changing to Harrier here. That probably is a... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong person there. Yeah, so no, that's looks good. Pretty... Yeah, looks pretty standard there for Blood Magic Sage. Beyond B going to be playing Thief. He's going to be on Dagger Pistol, this build that I did mention last game. We didn't see it last game, but... we saw both of those thieves running Sword Dagger. He will be playing Dagger, Pistol, Shortbow, Scholar Rune, Marauder Amulet, and Daredevil, as well as Trickery and Deadly Arts, and of course standard utilities for that thief build. Jeffy Smash, also known as just Jeff or Jeffies. He will be on the Spellbreaker build. Looks like pretty standard stuff from him. Defense, Discipline. He is going to be running that Rousing Resilience as opposed to the Last Stand trait. And he's got Tempest Rune, which is actually interesting. But I guess that really synergizes well with the Rousing Resilience. It's going to heal nearby allies when he stun breaks. There's no cooldown on that. So anytime he breaks stun, he will be healing. So a little extra support. So we probably are going to see him looking at team fights a lot, I'd say. But he's going to be on Greatsword, Dagger, Shield. Next, Steel Illusion. Steel, he's going to be playing Mirage. Looks like Connie Mirage with Carrion Amulet, Venture Rune, Staff, Sword, Torch. And he's also got Dueling and Illusions. He is going to be on Portal, of course. Other than that, it looks, again, just pretty standard utilities. Finally, we've got the Gappy, another old name that we're seeing coming back. None other than Wakey himself. So two of the absurd players on this team, which is fantastic to see. He's going to be running.
That's world tour. That's 2 WTS champions.
Yeah,
that's world champions.
And then, I mean, that's the combo too. I mean, that's the Necro Ellie combo that we saw or that you've seen. But he's going to be running pretty standard Firebrand. He's going to be on Mace Shield, Staff, Water Rune, Amender Amulet, Valor, Honor, and Firebrand for the trait lines as well as normal utilities. So looking like a pretty normal comp here. They don't have... They're obviously not running double Mesmer. They're not going to be running a Hollow Smith. They're not going to be running any sort of Ranger, no Soul Beast, no Druid. But looks like Steel probably going to be going, I'd say, for the side nodes. And again, I think Jeff, just because of that rune choice, I feel like he's probably going to be involved in a lot of the team fights. He's on Pack Rune now, so I don't know if he's going to change that again. But we might see him going for sides now. But either way, blue team up.
Druid, Nature Magic, Wilderness Survival, and a Druid, played by FDS, etc., and so forth. He's going to be going Menders with Herald. Interesting. He's going to get that protection as well off Heal skill. AoE protection as well. Sword, Revenant, Power, Leadership, Marauders with Devastation, Invocation, and Herald, of course. Bamboo, who's going to be playing the Inspiration Chaos Chronomancer build with Paladins and Leadership. You saw that being very influential in the last game, especially with that Gravity Well. That's going to be really, really powerful versus the Necro and also this team fight capacity from that. Spellbreaker coming out from this fourth member, SNZ. And that's going to be sword, great sword, dagger, shield. And lost my daughter is going to be sword, dagger, of course. But he's going carrion with thorns. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Some extra Condi damage there.
Yeah, a Condi thief. He's dagger. Yeah. Oh, no, sword dagger, as you said. Sorry, sword dagger. Yeah. So Condi, interesting. Well, it works though. Jeff going to be going down very, very fast over on Temple.
Plus there
looks
as
like
well
a 3-man rotation there. Yeah, and now the Rev going to be moving back towards middle.
And
he might make the rotation over to altar. Yeah. So this blue team all over the place. The Druid is going to be going downstate here. So looks like red team just going to leave him in downstate to bleed out. Steel a little bit in trouble, but he's going to be able to get rotated out. Actually, Bree on top of him, and he's going to bring him into downstate. So that's going to be players all over the map going down for this red team. And
that res.
They want to start off.
Transfusion, but then he ports after the transfusion? What? Are they just trying to reposition him all the time?
He's going to rally. Nice rally off of that Druid downstate. The portal is down as well. That'll get him out of the danger for the time being. He's going to rotate back over to altar. Bamboo behind him, though. So Steel does need to be careful. He's not going to be able to get out of combat, and he's going to be going into this fight half health.
Thing is, they do have respawns coming out into the map now. The Druid is coming back over towards this altar node, so need to be very careful. Steel will be plussed on very, very shortly. He needs to dive right out that point. He's not got portal. He's able to get away using his elite as well. He's going to be fine. He actually chases FCS as he's trying to come back up. Lost Daughter is going to go down the other side of the map in this miniature skirmish with the +1 from Beyond as FDS comes in as well, trying to offer some kind of support on this point while his member does disengage, but he's really getting pressured from Beyond. Up on the side there, we have got the mid-fight happening as well. Rampage comes out from SNZ and really puts Beyond on his back, and he will disengage now as well. Still on the temple as well. There's Wakey playing that Guardian. The char on your screen there is going to be the Gappy, as we said before, the previous World Tournament Series champion, teaming up with Nos on the Necro. Steel will go down over towards the midpoint.
Absolutely, yeah, and lost my daughter. Looking like he probably was going for the stomp. Just going to choose to cleave out. Wakey's going to be a little bit too late there to support him, as well as the poison going to really make it impossible to rest.
Oh, no, he's not.
By, but I don't know. Beyond is here as well to help. There's the grav wall on top of that, and I'm pretty sure there's no way they can get Steel up with the 3 players there from blue team there. And Beyond going to be leaving. A lot of condition damage took him out, but he is going to be able to safely rotate out. He's going to get the decap on the altar as well. And now there's no points on the map. Lost my daughter coming in a little bit late. He's going to full cap, it looks like. Beyond starting to move over to Temple. He's going to try and +1 that fight.
Indeed, yeah. He's going to be going to this smaller skirmish as well. Like, really close to taking down SNZ here. So low HP.
Oh, but so does Nos. It's going to be a bit of a rally war here. Is Breeby going to try and finish off Nos?
Go for the res.
Oh, no. They're going to be able to res the warrior. Now it's up to Beyond and Jeffy to res Nos. No, there's no way.
No.
Have to leave another fight after not able to res someone, and it's just red team players going downstate across the map.
They're trying to avoid Wakey, dude, in this game.
Yeah,
watch Wakey.
He's rotating around the firebrand very well at the moment.
There's not really much you can do about it because they're so mobile with the Thief, the Mesmer, the Warrior, just solo stuff
as well.
They don't want to
every one of these players is very mobile. The Druid, I mean, there's not a single player on this team that isn't a mobile class or a mobile spec. Stillness almost capped there by FDS. He's going to be interrupted by Beyond, who's now starting to move over in stealth to try and res Steel, but that's going to be stopped by the Druid. A nice rotation there. And another kill picked up for blue team as they start moving ahead. Almost 100 points in the lead. Stillness still uncapped.
I mean, this is the thing with their comp. They don't want to be team fighting. They've got no firebrand. Like, this is an important fact we probably didn't mention early on, especially when I was going from the builds. They want to be fighting on free caps. They can fight the stillness buff as well. And actually, this comp is quite good for that kind of thing, you know, especially when the buffs come out, you can have these small skirmishes going on with potential 5 fights going on. There is a potential for 5 different scenarios to be occurring on the map, even more, because you're going to have people rotating as well, trying to get decaps and the Thieves doing their job. And you can see Beyond now as well, trying to get on the end of my Lost Daughter. He does indeed. Lost is trying to evade and just
oh, but look at this conditions just taking Beyond down. He actually might go downstate here. The poison, the torment, the confusion, and he is going to go down to this Condi Thief. Lost my daughter going to be able to take Beyond out alone. Jeffy is here. Wakey is here as well. They might be able to get this res. Lost my daughter's pretty low. However, S and Z coming in, I think, and he might be able to stop this cleave. The poison as
Jeffy
well, so much.
Jeffy with the rampage.
He's going to get Lost My Doubter down, and now SNZ is pretty low. The Druid coming in a little bit late, but that's going to be 2 kills picked up for Red Team, and this could be the momentum they need.
Indeed, man. Look at Jeffy going to Rampage. We've seen some of the most influential plays we've seen in only the second series of the day has been the Warrior Rampage. Now, that cooldown was reduced, what, by half or something ridiculous like that? 30 seconds?
Oh, and the Vengeance from this Warrior on blue team. He's going to be killed. That's going to be another kill for Red Team. Still, they need to move across this map fast. They picked up a few kills, but Stillness with a double cap for blue team. Now they're almost 200 points ahead of Red Team.
That's it, indeed. They've still got Stillness as well. The world champions right now, 2 of the world champs. I mean, my bald head should be powerful enough to win the tournament, let alone anything else. But
again, it might be this comp. I mean, rotating around the Firebrand is absolutely working.
Completely. It should work if they can actually put people into the right... You know, if they can get the matchups going as well, it's not only rotating quickly, but they're just fighting off node. They're trying to get these skirmishes down. They put someone against Wakey, and look what they're doing. They're having those smaller skirmishes on the sides, which can't be supported. You've got the Necro, who can't be supported as well. Although he's doing a really good job, he's with Steel now a lot of the time as well. So they need to optimize, try and get their portal out a little bit more. Jeffy now on the side with Beyond seems to be their 2v2 on that side of the map, but he goes down, and the sustain from... Oh no! Beyond not able to get it! Oh, FS gets it as well. Nice port, and that's going to be the Lost in My Daughter back up. Yes! I think, unfortunately, I don't think we had a little bit of a cheeky stealth available from Beyond, unfortunately, there. There's on that Evader.
Oh, but Tranquility going to be capped.
Indeed.
And that's going to be the triple cap for Red Team. Still, I think those nodes are probably going to be negated pretty fast. Temple immediately decapped. Mid node going to be held by Wakey, as well as Steel. And
sorry,
now
guys,
it's going to be going over to Altar.
I didn't need to show that, really, because it was just capped. So, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. But like Roy said, probably going to be taken out quite quickly. But, Stillness, Honor, as we said, taken
We're going to be seeing Red Team with the double cap because of that Stillness buff. And Blue Team only with 1 node, but still, Red Team has a lot to make up. Jeff going pretty low. Wakey coming in with a nice rotation and trying to heal him up. But Lost My Daughter's there, and that poison going to severely reduce the healing that Jeff's going to receive. And in fact, Jeff going to go down. Wakey going to MI, try to get this res, but he's getting cleaved out so hard by Breeby. That rev damage is very strong, and Wakey going to be forced off that res.
It's the poison as well, man, that he's delivering is just ridiculous. Like, it's almost like, I mean, he ran an Empower there at least. I don't think I even saw his health go up. Hardly at all. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, not a lot of heals coming out.
Dude, these Warriors are ridiculous today. Like, I mean, they are taking people out left, right, and center on every team we've seen. They have been so ridiculously influential. Mesmer's as well, obviously. But still, Revenant being seen on this blue team is really, really good. And they are winning the game at the moment. We're seeing some really powerful res. Skill cap on revs at the moment feels to be just even higher just because of the lack of Condi remove. But as we see more power builds coming into the meta as well, you will see them start to come back on to the competitive scene as well, as we barely saw any like 2 or 3 months ago. And here comes FDS over towards this midpoint, trying to take down this Necro, but it's full solid healing here from the Firebrand. And this is a situation what they don't want, right? They don't want to be doing this right now.
Yeah, the 2vx from the Red Team obviously going to be very strong with Nos and Wakey. They're going to be able to decap this node. But, I mean, this is 2 players versus just the 1 Druid. And it means that Red Team they're not going to be able to hold their 1 node that they had on Temple. Even though they do get a decap, Altar's still going to be capped for Blue Team. And
whoa, Bamboo on the other side of the map is a monster. He's double Gravwell, 1v2, and then you've got free casting coming out. He's doing a great job trying to pick up the kill, but the thing is he disengages versus a Thief and a Warrior. Probably not the best. He needs to get the Mesmer back on his side here. Mesmer did a fantastic job again. But yeah, sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to interrupt. It was just quite a nice little fight over there that was going on.
Absolutely.
And yeah, good stuff.
Stillness coming up for the 3rd time in this map. Bamboo going to stop Steel from capping that. And unless they're able to get this Stillness, I'm not sure Red Team has a chance to come back. They do have the double cap now, and Stillness would help them a lot, but it looks like that's going to be negated by Bamboo. Only 100 points left for this blue team. And Steel actually forced a portal out from this fight. He's going to have to try and defend this node, but he's going to have to portal back in as well. And Stillness,
I can't.
I think it's picked up by blue team, yeah.
Yeah, he has to go for the mirror. He has to go for the mirror there. He was just, otherwise he would have died and given him the cap. It just wasn't, he got unlucky. I think he was trying to go for the, he was maybe thinking about going for that, but he was so low HP. He was trying to do a lot at the same time there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. FDS low towards the midpoint. Will be trying to potentially get some support here as the rest of his team pushes on the Necro on the red team. Nice port from Honor as he gets out almost unscathed. Unfortunately not, as Wakey is separated from him, and that will be him in the downstate and finish off Jeff on the other side of the map. And red team losing their cap advantage as blue team slowly start to roll on over this red team. SNZ defeating Steel there on the other side of the map. Looks like he probably got a +1. Don't want to completely say that that was a 1v1, as obviously I was not over on that side of the map. But here we go.
No. And you say slowly, but I'd say surely, as red team looking like they're going to lose this one, about 250 points down behind red team. We are going to be going to round 2, of course, but red team are going to need to try and figure out how to beat this comp. I mean, the Firebrand, I really feel like just was not useful. There's, first of all, just so much poison application from this Condi Thief that it really shuts down that healing, and blue team able to rotate around the Firebrand very, very well.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right about the feed for sure, and definitely the rotations around that Firebrand. It just reminds me. I think it's saying this nearly every single time when this situation comes up. It just reminds me again and again about, you know, one of the best Guardians ever in the game back in the day, Tage. But basically, this happened to him during the entire meta. I mean, it was so difficult to keep him in to the team because Guardian just was started to not be played because it was just about rotating around that support and just skirmishing. And with their team comp, because they don't have that Firebrand, they don't want to fight, so they poke and poke and poke and might go into 2v2 for a little bit and then might sacrifice a player as long as they don't die in that team fight. That was almost perfectly how you should play with that comp versus a comp with the Firebrand support on the opposite team. Good job, good job. But again, you know, we've still got another game. We've still got the brackets, obviously the lower bracket as well, guys. If teams if teams lose in the upper bracket, they do go to the lower bracket. They still have one game remaining left to come back through the lower bracket and come back in to the grand finals. So it's going to be interesting indeed. Oh, have I got the wrong rotation?
I think it should be Temple Forest Kylo. I could be wrong, though.
No. You're right. You're completely right. Wow, Jebro. You failed on your own rulemaking. Good job.
Hey, it's is that Sid from Toy Story? Yes, I am Sid from Toy Story.
Yes, everyone.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think we see a lot of teams playing the Scourge Firebrand, or I mean, even sometimes Scourge Reaper, Firebrand Reaper duo, but it absolutely can be shut down if you have a team that can rotate around it. The Firebrand very, very strong in team fights, but if you avoid team fights as much as possible, what's the Firebrand going to do? It's hard for the Firebrand to rotate. It's a pretty slow class overall. Obviously, it does have access to some ports, but you're not really going to take most of that. You're really only going to be taking MI. You're not going to use Judge. You're not going to use Sword main hand, which I think I saw Moobs trying at one point. But you know, it absolutely is possible to rotate around it. So we'll have to see if red team's going to. I think they're going to keep the Firebrand, but we're going to have to see if maybe they try and just stick to a 2-node play here instead of trying to rotate to a third node, and you know, stick to just winning the team fight on one, skirmishing on the other. Maybe go for some decaps with Beyond, but other than that, really just try and control their half of the map.
Okie dokie. So yeah, I mean, the thing is what else do you stick Wakey on? I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw him playing damage in a game. Like, I can't remember the last time. It might have been a couple of games during the UGO here and there. Maybe, actually, I don't even know if he's even played in one before this. I don't think so. No.
Talking about Wakey or?
Yeah, Wakey. Yeah.
No, I think Wakey and Nos are definitely a bit rusty. We haven't seen them playing as much as some of the other players have. So, you know, that might be coming into play. Obviously, they've been around for a very long time. They've played with each other for a very long time. So, you know, they do have the experience there that other players might be lacking. But yeah, you know, they could be just trying to get back into a little bit. Either way, definitely don't count this team out. The last game was certainly in blue team's favor, but I still think red team can come back from this. And, you know, they do have 2 less nodes now to worry about technically. You don't have the stillness buff. You don't have the tranquility buff. It's really just the beasts obviously give you 25 points each, but that doesn't really matter as much as stillness or tranquility. So it's a lot easier here on this map for Firebrand, Scourge to do well, especially on this mid node.
Okay, so just answering some questions that they had just about changing builds, but they can ready up and get going with the game. Jeffrey not going to change his build. He's going to be running that Rampage Greatsword Dagger still. We do have Steel on Carrion. I'm just wondering whether or not having that second player, maybe with Paladins, that even just going Chrono might be beneficial here, especially with Gravity Well, man. We're seeing how influential even just Gravity Well being in some of those skirmishes on the sides. Like, I just want to iterate how ridiculously strong Gravity Well is at the moment. Like, just CC in general, everyone is receiving a lot more CC. You've got a lot less passive defense skills at the moment. That CC is just even stronger than it used to be. CC's always been strong. It's always strong in any PvP game you play. Paired up with that burst damage and a Rev and a Warrior. I mean, you saw those Greatsword cleaves, dude. They were so stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, they were just ridiculous. So a Gravwell along with that, even just the Warrior in a 2v2, like, I haven't seen it in ATs be that good. Not yet. But the coordination today has been pretty good to watch. But also, not forgetting how influential Lost My Daughter was in those games in terms of, is this Kazes? Or is this Kazes? It could be, right? It's Thief. I've got a feeling. I don't know why.
It's, well, obviously we've got Briss and Bamboo is Booble. But we also have Flash, Lafrere, and Tibbs. I believe Tibbs is the Warrior, but I could be wrong with that.
Okay, well, maybe it's not.
I don't know these French ults, unfortunately. Otherwise, Steel going to be taking a lot of damage right out the gate over from this blue team, and he's going to leave the portal and rotate over to mid. It looks like, although he might actually get caught. Lost My Daughter on top of him. Breeby here to stop him from getting out as well, and he's going to be very slow. Over on mid, on mine, Jeff going pretty low against Bamboo in this 1v1 Spellbreaker versus Mesmer.
I think he should just disengage from this. I don't feel like he's going to
probably, yeah.
I don't think he's going to be doing so well in this fight. He tries to get the full counter off. FDS as well, trying to disengage mid as he's getting focus on him, but he doesn't need to disengage completely. He's going to be stealth there as well. So many conditions on Jeff right now. Being that Warrior, of course, he can remove them quite easily. And he's got sustain there, but he can't do anything about Lost My Daughter, who just piles on the poison and additional damage. He's going to go into the downstate and finish beyond now as well with the rest of his team trying to come in for the support. Wakey trying to get on point. He really needs to somehow try and get involved in these smaller skirmishes on the side of the map. But unfortunately, as soon as he gets involved, this blue team might think about moving out around. Look again. Look at Wakey moves, poor guy. He moves over towards the mine. And then everyone else on the blue team just leaves. It's just like...
Yeah, they can win. They can win 2v, with the Scourge and Firebrand duo. They can certainly win most nodes, but while they do it, the other 4 players from this blue team are going to rotate across the map, and you see it here on mid. Steel now going very low. He's at 4% health, and he's going to go downstate here. Beyond and Wiki not able to rotate soon enough. They should be able to get this res. There's only 1 player at the moment on it. Yeah. Even with that Condi pressure, he's not going to be able to stop that res. And Steel will get back up. The Druid here now, free casting onto Steel from the ledge. Breeby in a little bit of trouble, but he should be able to get out.
This is free casting.
There's his Gleam. Yeah, he's all right.
He's on the free casting team, so it's okay.
But Beyond with a nice pickup there on Breeby as he's going to bring him down. And I don't think they're going to be able to res. The SNZ is here. Lost My Daughter's here on top of Steel. We might see another downstate here from the red team. And Breeby is going to get res. Excellent job from the blue team to pick him up. Steel now moving over to Henge. Try and get this decap.
I think Brib could be picking up a kill there himself, although look at Ono, he's going to be completely fine. Comes back, puts up his shade, and Bree goes down himself, unfortunately. Will we see the res? It might be possibility. 2 almost very close kills. He gets back up. He's going to be absolutely fine on that mid fight. And blue team survived. Well, I mean, they are 3v2 right now. They don't want to get involved with these 2 guys. They're not interested in the Guardian. They are not interested in the Necromancer here. They are going to push mid, though. Not a bad place to push, in all honesty. But the thing is, Wakey's got a choice. Again, the blue team pushing over to this 2v2 over on the mine. And Wakey almost... I mean, he's really torn here. You can see him moving between the 2 points, and now he wants to go and support the Necro as well, because that's almost where he has to be. But Breebury goes down on the other side of the map. That allows Wakey to go to mid, and everything should be okay on this side of the map. Good job on that 2v2.
So yeah, Beyond and Jeff now going to push Bamboo off the node while Breeby is in downstate. And it looks like they might be able to pick up Mine. Steel on the other side of the map was 1v2 over at Henge. He was going to be forced away. He does have his portal down there, so we might see him coming in there for that cap. Lost My Daughter now going to go downstate on mid as it's picked up by Wakey and Nas as well. And there's the portal from Steel. So we might now see a 1v1. Red team is starting to take control of the map. If they can get Mine, if they can decap Henge, as well as hold mid, Nas coming through that portal too, and that's going to confirm the decap. Nice. Red team in control. They are in a good position to start coming back here in this game.
I mean, I think using that the Mesmer Scourge combo is going to be very powerful for them, because he's still got some support in that build for his.
Oh, and the triple cap coming out.
Yeah, man, they're coming back in force. I think ever since that fight they won over towards this mine with the 2v2, and Wakey wondering what was going to go, whether or not he was going to go mid or he was going to go towards that node, that decision was made for him, and they could really snowball the map from there. Unfortunately, Beyond does go down. That's a lot of mobility on the map down from their side of things. Still, though, still up on the map with a 24-second timer left on his portal. We do see that over towards the midpoint. SNZ just thinking about disengaging there, potentially in 1v2 with the Druid on the blue team. Just recapping over on Henge. Their buffer's still a little bit intact, but one cap down, of course. Does look like the Necro's not going to engage that, actually. He does now drop onto the point, but yeah. Go ahead, Ro.
Wakey going to rotate over to Mine and help Steel out, as he was very, very low. Still, Red team able to keep control of this double cap. They do need to be careful, though, as Nos is getting pushed pretty hard on mid. The Druid, the Revenant, as well as it looks like the Warrior here. And he's gonna be 1v3, nice. And he's actually gonna be able to hold the node. Really well done there by Nos. And now Wakey, now Steel, now Beyond coming in, and it looks like they might get a kill. Freebie gonna go down. SNZ trying to escape, but Beyond is on him. Steel is on him. Are we gonna see 2 kills here? And we are gonna see 2 kills. Excellent job by Red team to pick those 2 kills up, as well as hold this middle node. There's the portal. Beyond gonna take it. Steel gonna take it, and they are gonna keep their double cap.
They're playing them at their own game, dudes. But they're rotating between the 2 caps now. They're not going for that 3rd node, and that was a really nice portal. And Nos really saved himself. Unfortunately, Steel does go into the downstate. He might be okay though. But Nos, or whoever the Necro is, I'm not sure, 100% sure. But Sandswell saved his ass so hard. It was good though. Like, I'm not saying that makes him bad or anything. There's quality play. Like, he used it to just make sure that they couldn't keep that momentum up on him, and he does a great job. Unfortunately, Red team sticking out a little bit too long over on this mine node, and they are going to lose Jeff. So they lose Jeff, they lose Beyond. They've got 3 members on the map. This adds to the blue team pressure of momentum and mobility that they've had throughout the rest of the time. But if they push far, Red team can start to stick numbers into this node, especially with Wakey here, and especially if they keep the cap in favor. And I was going to say, they need to start moving someone to mid, which is what Steel is doing. He's not going for that other cap. He's not going to... Oh, no, he does. He gets some points just in time. This is well played by the Red team, I've got to say.
Actually, oh, and SNZ going solo, and Breeby going to go down off node as well. Unfortunately, Steel moves off that node just a little bit too early. They are going to be able to get this kill and pick up another one. Lost My Daughter and the Druid here as well to try and support this, but I think it's going to be a little too late. They're probably going to be able to get 2 kills. And look at these points. Red team was down, I'd say, almost 150 points. Now they're only down about 15. Steel starting to move over to Henge to decap. And if he can get this decap before the Druid's going to be able to make it, that'll help them out a lot.
Because Steel gets the decap as well. Almost.
No, he's just going to be stopped.
Just in the nick of time.
If he can force the Druid into stealth, then he should be able to get this decap, but he's taken a lot of damage. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Mid going to be picked up now by Red team, and they should be able to collapse back onto their home node. Wakey and Nos starting to move over there. Nos going to actually stay at mid. Jeff, a little bit low here on this node. He's got to be careful.
I mean, that's great. I mean, Steel just comes back, was poking, allows the Necromancer to move back over to the mine, and they're back in a team fight situation. They're forcing them back into these 2 nodes. They need to play exactly the way they are now. Like they should have been playing on Temple. But the thing is, Temple doesn't necessarily allow them to team fight as much as they can here, because they've got less objectives. The only extra objectives are points and stats, And that doesn't happen a lot on bosses unless you can 100% confirm that kill. And it doesn't happen a lot in top tier comp play. And that's, you know, this map should really go to the team comp with the Firebrand if they can rotate effectively. And they're doing a great job with it. They can team fight. They're only really fighting between these two nodes. They're not fighting on Henge. Steel is fighting in Henge. Beyond
yeah,
does gone
Steel
down.
really the only one moving over there. Beyond now just moving over there, and he's going to be brought into downstate. So not what they wanted to see. And now we might see blue team able to take mid node back. S&Z going to be moving on here. Briz going to be moving on here. The Thief as well as the Druid here. And it's going to be a 4 versus 3 favor of blue team. We do have the better... Oh, no, actually, looks like Bree going to start moving over to mine. He's going to try and plus one that. Wakey going to follow him. Wakey rotating about as much as a Thief this game. Moving in between as much as he possibly can.
So ridiculous. But the thing is, and look now, again, look, they got the kill on Beyond, and they've snowballed over towards, even over towards mine. They've avoided mid. They're not going for the Necro. Although the Druid is poking, and they're trying to get a kill on him. The more he can distract mid, the more their lead, well, not the lead will increase, but the more time they have to actually get that kill on the other side of the map. Jeffy's still down, and they will get the decap. There goes Wakey. He can't hold it on any longer. And this is what you need to do as a pro. Hopefully he's not going to go down there because I would have just kind of put my foot in it. And I'm sorry. I won't continue what I was going to say because he was definitely good to disengage there. But he didn't get out.
I really think this was a bit of a misrotation here from Red Team. They should have just let Jeff die. I mean, I don't think that Beyond coming in off respawn, I don't think Wakey moving all the way over from mid. They won the mid fight. I feel like if they had tried to collapse onto Henge, it would have been better. There were 3 blue players going over to mine, and Wakey was the only one really able to get over to mine in time to try and help Jeff, but he can't do anything against 3 blue players, and he's not going to be able to res Jeff on his own. So collapsing onto Henge might have been better. They would have been able to pick up the kill as well, and probably gotten the double cap with mid. But now they're almost 100 points behind, and this is where blue team are definitely going to be looking to win this game and finish it out.
God, look at that plus as well over on the Henge. There's Lost Daughter. He's over here with Beyond, Steel, and Honor now on this side of the map with the 2v3. And Lost My Daughter needs to get out. Blue team now going for boss kills, trying to get closer and closer to that 500 mark. They will beat out some of the very best players on this NA server. We can only assume that pretty much the 5 players on this blue team are all from EU. So NA EU starts early in the top 8 so far. Don't forget that players are able to come back into the tournament via the lower bracket. But 3 players technically were up just then. We've had a respawn. This could still go their way with a double cap.
Red, absolutely. They do need to decap mine though, and I think blue team realizes this. All they have to do is hold this mine node. And they should be able to win. Red team's still about a little under 200 points away from being able to win. Blue team only need 50. Bamboo here, Breeby here. Breeby actually getting engaged on by Steel and Beyond. They should be able to get a kill here. This he doesn't have his heal. A couple more seconds.
They're committing a little bit too much to one person right now because they've literally like 35 points away from winning. And they've got a boss.
But they need to get this decap. They have to get this decap. And there is a beast up as well.
That's right, exactly. And they can win the game in 5 points. Exactly. And I'm thinking, but the thing is they can't go for it now at the moment because they'll only have 3 members on the map if they put 1 man on that boss. Of course, great race. So they leave Jeffy over towards mid, but he could lose this 1v1 if he's not careful. If the Thief can be very deceptive. Oh, nice throw rock in the Rampage. Jeffy does a fantastic job mid and lays him out. Red team still with a chance, a slight chance to come back, but on the other side of the map. I think Roy knows what's happened.
He was trying desperately to hold 2v2 against, or well, really 1v1 against S&Z, but Breeby coming off respawn is going to be able to take him out and cap Henge, and I don't think Red Team is in a position to decap this, especially without their support on the map. Blue Team are down 2 players, though. We might be able to see a quick rotation from Beyond over here to get the decap. No, it's not going to matter. This Warrior can just hold this node. 10 points left in this match, and I think we are going to see the 2-0 over Jebro's bald head.
I feel awful. The Rampage again, man. That's another game. Like, it wasn't all game. That wasn't the reason they won. But, you know, it's so good. So strong at the moment. I just feel like maybe engineers start running a little bit more Rampage, maybe. I don't know. But GG's. I mean, they played so well with the rotation game, Blue. in both games, trying to avoid Wakey, and they did change their tactic up, actually, like midway to third way through that game, to that double cap strat and sticking steel over towards far. But I think after a while, you know, when they work out that Beyond isn't going for the decaps as much as maybe steel is poking that far node, they kind of started to deal with that fact, and Beyond can't commit so much to those fights as well. So it's not even the tip of the iceberg almost of that, but we could talk all day about the previous games. We've got to talk about the rest of the tournament, right?
And it looks like the rest of the round of 8 are all 2-0s as well. Team USA 2-0 over Team Low Caliber. The rank 55 team, if we lose its lag, going to be 2-0 over Radioactive. And Team Egypt going to take 2-0 over Gucciing. So we do have the semifinals ready. And I'm pretty sure, as Jebro told me, we're going to let you guys vote on which semifinal you want to see. Team USA versus the team we just saw Mesmer Freecasting, or if we lose its lag versus Team Egypt. Both those, I'm excited for both those semifinals, I got to tell you. I mean, we just saw this team play very well against the number 1 seed